Up next is one of our favorite couples in the industry. We've known them for the past couple years. They've been coaching clients with us for the past 2 years now. And we've seen them grow just so much. They're just incredible. They are now top 10 in their company. They've reached the highest rank. And what I love about them is he's reached the highest rank, and his wife, Kate, she's also on her way to reaching the top rank. She's a 7-star diamond, so she's about halfway there. So they've built 2 different positions, which I absolutely love. He was the 4th in North America, only the 4th to hit the top rank, so that's a pretty big deal. They've earned 6 figures consistently for the past couple years, and I have the great pleasure of introducing them. And they now have thousands and thousands of people within their organization. So please get to your feet and help me welcome David and Kate Ingram.
You know, one of the mistakes I made when I used to come to these events is I would look at the people on stage and I would find the reasons why they're successful, and then I would use that as an excuse as to why I can't be successful. And so my message today for you is one of hope and inspiration, and I'm going to share a little bit of my story because I know that you don't have to have an exceptional talent or skill to have success in this business. And for you right now to have way more success than you're having. I know that because I've lived it. When I was a young boy, that's me on the right-hand side. This was right about when my mom gave birth to our 4th sibling, my sister. And this is when my mom had a nervous breakdown. And my mom went into the hospital and didn't come out for a while. And that started, my mom was diagnosed with bipolar depression. That's something that I share with Jessica. And, you know, for the rest of my life, I've lived with a mother who had bipolar depression. And, you know, what comes along with that is a lot of neglect and abuse. And, you know, each one of us, my siblings, brothers and sisters, out of all 5 of us at the time, were all encouraged to drop out of high school by our mother, and we did. I was encouraged to quit the Boy Scouts because it was too hard. I did. I didn't get my Eagle Scout. I was encouraged to, stay home from church if it was too hard. Every single thing I did, I quit. So when I arrived to be an adult, I didn't have a job, I didn't have friends, I didn't have an education, and that was what was encouraged. So I didn't come from a family of encouragement, belief, success. My father was the rock of the family. He worked really hard and raised us on $30,000 a year. And so I know what it's like to do your back-to-school shopping at the thrift store. I know what it's like to go without. And so I'm here to tell you that this was my family tree when I got into this business. Dropout, abuse, depression. We went through foreclosure. I was a quitter. I didn't have any upline that was helping me with the business. I didn't have experience. I didn't have a following. I had 140 friends on Facebook. I wouldn't even accept friend requests from my own family. Okay? That was me. And I was poor. That's how I grew up, right? So the thing is, in life, you always have a choice. You always have a choice with how your life is going to go. You can let your past hold you back, or you can let your past define you and allow you to move forward. Like Ray said, he's like, you know, I'm proud of my past. I'm happy with my past because it made me who I am today. I can tell you standing on this stage, and I've told my mother many times, because she still apologizes to me to this day. I've told her many times, Mom, I have no ill will about the past. It has made me who I am today, and has allowed me to impact people and to learn to care about people. And so, thank you. This is my family. I wanted to provide for my family. I wanted to provide a better life. I wanted to be the father that was... Sorry. I wanted to be the father that encouraged my children, that instilled belief in them. And our daughter there in the bottom right, she worked really, really hard, tried out for the national team, for gymnastics, Team USA gymnastics, and she made it on the team. Who you are today is a reflection of your past actions and decisions. Who you are tomorrow is decided by your actions from this moment forward. When I got started in this business, I work in health and fitness. This is what I looked like. Anybody want to, take some health and fitness advice from me? But that's not how I looked like after I got done changing myself. Here's the thing, though. I posted my pictures on Facebook. I was like, here we go. I'm going to launch this business into the stratosphere. I got 3 likes, and my friend Keith accused me of photoshopping. No joke. I was like, not a single one of my guy friends joined. My first couple of people that joined, my wife, because I paid for her way, and my 2 sisters, and I paid for both of them too. That's the kind of influence I had because of the way I neglected relationships and friendships before I got into network marketing. But I knew one thing. If you could remember those pictures there, I knew what it felt like to be that dad on the left. There's a lot of embarrassing moments that led up to that, and I knew how great I felt afterwards. And I knew there were more people out there just like me who wanted to feel that way. And one of the biggest mistakes people make in network marketing is they have something they believe in, and they're trying to convince the limited number of people around them to do it. Instead, you should focus on finding people who are open to what you have to offer. Do you believe in what you have to offer? Yes. Do you believe that people will be better off if they use what you have to offer? Yes. Okay, if you believe that, then that's all you need to get started. Your goal from there is to find people who are open to what you have to offer. And you have to be able to do it in the face of adversity. See, here's the secret with network marketing. You're not selling products, you're selling lifestyle. Even with, how many represent travel? Okay. Guess what? You're not selling vacations. That's what a travel planner does. You're selling the lifestyle of going on vacations. Why does it benefit me? You know, I like when Peter said, hey, if you post too many vacations, it looks like you never work. Well, you know, on the receiving end, when people post so many vacations, I'm going on another trip, it's kind of annoying to me. It's kind of like, you know, throw it in your face one more time. But if you told me the story of how you helped a couple of parents who didn't go on a single vacation without their kids for the first 7 years of their marriage, and you showed them a way to afford it, and they went on this vacation and how it impacted them, you've got me. Like, I love that. I love you. So, you know, sell the lifestyle. Same with health and fitness. People don't wake up every day and get on Facebook and go, man, what could I buy today? I want to buy some workouts, some shakes, some wraps. No, they don't. They wake up and they go, I wish I had more energy. I wish I could lose some weight. I wish I had more confidence. I wish I had a better relationship. I wish I didn't have this crappy job to go to. And so answer the question why your product or service improves your lifestyle and how it's going to improve their lifestyle. That's all I do on Facebook. I went from 140 friends on Facebook, that's where I started, to maxing out now. I have a 1,000 pending friend requests to me that I haven't even accepted. And thousands of followers because I did this, because I sell lifestyle and how my product or service helps improve my lifestyle. So this is something we teach. My wife came up with it. Live your life out loud. LILOL. This is what we teach. Live your life out loud. I'm going to move forward because I'm looking at the clock. So your story is your greatest asset. Would you like to connect to more people and do it in a non-salesy way? Your story is your greatest asset. It is your connective tissue to everyone around you. And too many network marketers, they're like living a secret life on Facebook where they don't share anything about them, but they want to talk all about their product and service. And the thing is, people relate more to your struggles than your success. When Jessica read off all those accolades, did you feel totally connected to me? Or did you feel a little more connection after I shared some of my backstory with you? Yeah, think about that. That's, every great leader who has a big following has shared their story or continues to share their story. It's the only way that your following knows what to do with you. They don't know what to make of you if they don't know anything about you and your story. And I'm going to give you a quick formula for sharing your story. This is what we teach our team. There's 3 parts to sharing your story. Number 1, what's your background? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Do you have 3 kids? Like, what's your background? What's a struggle that you overcame or you're overcoming? Man, as a busy dad, I just used to be overweight, didn't think there was ever any time in the day to get my workout in. I so love that I can get my workout in at home in 30 minutes a day. I just shared that, a little piece of my story. I do that on a regular basis. You want to share your story on a regular basis. This isn't about writing a 20-page thing on Facebook, hitting post, and then you're done. I shared my story. No, it's about continuing to share your story so you can connect with your niche. And Kate's going to talk to you about that.
All right. Hi, guys. I have to say I'm super excited to be here. Ray and Jessica have been awesome. So a little bit about my story. Obviously, at that point, I was a busy mom of 3 kids. I was suffering from depression, and I obviously had weight to lose. That picture is hard. That picture is hard for me to post and for me to let you guys see me at such a vulnerable
Doesn't she look amazing now?
And it was crazy when we started talking about joining network marketing. We didn't even know what network marketing was. We just wanted to lose weight. And, obviously people aren't going to look at that and go, yeah, let me join you. So I actually began my transformation. But I shared it along the way. I brought people along on my journey, telling them my story, sharing the struggles that I was facing, and it inspired people to change. And that's what inspired people to start joining me. But as much as people were joining me, David was the one that was having the success. He was the one creating the impact. He was the one being on stage. You can see him down there at the bottom jumping. I thought that was really funny.
Got to be excited when you have milestones that you hit, right?
It was a big milestone. But there was a huge turning point for me that made me uncomfortable. At our convention, our annual coaching convention 2 years ago, that was me. And I sat there watching him on stage with another female coach, we call her female rep. And it was in that moment, watching him teach with her, that I went, really? What the heck? Like, what she's teaching, I could totally teach. I could do that. I should be up there with him. Why is it her? Thank you. And it was in that moment that I decided, oh my gosh, and it clicked. I've been playing small. I've been playing small. And that's not my personality. I'm actually very outgoing. Cesar Rodriguez, he's up here like, girl, let's do this, come on. That was me. I'm like, oh my gosh, check him out. That's awesome.
That's her. That's what I live with.
That's my personality. And he loves it. So I sat there and asked myself, why not me? I sat in a chair just like these right here that you guys are sitting in and asked myself, why not me? I decided I wouldn't live in David's shadow anymore. He is amazing and has done amazing things. But I wanted to do it my way. So I walked out of that conference center feeling like this.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game.
Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and believe.
It's time
right,
to
sweetheart.
try to find.
That literally was the song that was going through my head at that moment. Because it was totally exactly everything that I was feeling, the emotions, and just, I'm gonna leap. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta figure it out, but I'm gonna leap. I'm gonna just do it. You know, I wanted to be the leader. I wanted to make a bigger impact. And it wasn't about overshadowing David. It wasn't about anything. It was me. I wanted to be a leader. I was so excited for him and for everything that he's accomplished. But this time, it was for me to create that impact. One of the best decisions we made was actually hiring Ray and Jessica. We've been coaching clients of theirs for 2 years now, and I can honestly say that that was a pivotal moment in our career, or with our business. So they helped us with 3 areas of focus. One, I realized I had to change my branding, which Peter Montoya, whoo, that was awesome. Anybody who does branding, that was great stuff. So go back and watch that. But I realized that my branding I was attracting depressed moms, that it was great. I was helping them with a transformation, but none of them wanted to grow a business. You know, they were at home. They didn't want to grow a business. The other thing I had to do was I had to change my branding. And as soon as I did that, it definitely changed who I was attracting. I had to build my tribe. Peter talked about it. Build your tribe. The people who you want to be with. Who are they? What are their struggles? Talk to them. I'm going to make this a little easier for you. Not everyone is meant for you, and you aren't meant for everyone else, and that's okay. You have to choose who you want to have in your business, who you want to include into your tribe. So one thing that changed when I became my leader was I had to decide how I was going to grow my business. I am not a technology guru, okay? I had to figure out, how am I going to do this? How am I going to run the webinars? How am I going to do all the stuff that David did? So I had to change, and I had to adapt it to how I could do it. And what happened was, when I changed it to how I do it, it helped my distributors, my coaches, because they are the same as me. They don't know the technology stuff. They're more like, yeah, let's go have fun, everybody join me. And that's who I attract, because that's my personality. It's not everybody's personality.
And that was really hard for me to let that happen, because I was like, wait, why do you want to put training into a Facebook group? It's horrible. We've got this really great website. Wait, you want to use that tool? Like, we've got this. It was really hard to let that go and to say, hey, you know what? Let her lead. But guess what? She's in my downline. If someone in your downline wants to step up and be a leader, you've got to let them. And that was one of the biggest breakthroughs I had with Ray and Jess is I said, Ray, how can I get my people to step up and lead? And he goes, you don't need to get them to step up and lead. He says, you need to allow them to lead. And I was like, oh. So what happened?
So as soon as I started, I asked myself, why not me? I changed the way that I was approaching things, and that's when my business took off. They all said, why not me? They joined. I guess for me, if I can do this, so can you. Find your way. Find the way that works for you, and make it happen.
One more.
Go ahead.
That's yours.
Oh, that's mine. So, it starts by asking, why not me? So ask yourself, why not me? Say it. Why not me? Exactly.
Now, guys, I want to point out something pretty incredible that hit us last night that kind of put us in tears. 2 years ago, she was sitting right where you're sitting, and she said, why not me? I want to be up on stage teaching with David. And today's the day, right now, our very first time ever presenting together, that manifested itself. So, thank you.
Thank you.